Welcome back to the popular podcast, where you're going to learn how to glow from the inside out so that you can use your voice to be heard. Today is going to be a short mini-sode because I have these quirky ideas that I want to share, and I think that they could be really deep and insightful. So let's dive in. Hello, everyone. So for today's mini-sode, I want to take a few minutes to talk about filters because we've spent a lot of time talking about the inner work. And this show, especially with the rebranding and talking about being popular and using your voice and being heard, it's easy to ask the question, why would we talk about the inner work? So I want to give another metaphor that will help really explain this, why we talk so much about the inner work. And that is, we're going to talk about filters. So through this lens of filters, I want you to just imagine for a minute with me, you are a light. And this is both metaphorical and also so real. Like, you are literally like a light. People can see your glow. They can see your aura. They can feel your light just coming off of you. So imagine this light. I'm really picturing like a stage light because theater is my background and I'm doing makeup for theater. That's my kind of day job, is where I'm teaching makeup for theater. So theater's really the context where I'm coming from and where I'm picturing this at. So you are a stage light that lights up the whole stage. And in your core essence, you are this pure, bright light that just lights up the entire room. It is so bright. It is so incredibly luminescent that everything just glows when you are in your full power. But if you've ever seen a stage light, you know that they have various filters that they layer over these stage lights. Like, they come in like these square plastic sheets, and you layer them over the stage light to change the color and to make it a little bit dimmer. And you can make it green, you can make it red, you can make it blue, you can make it purple, right? You can alter the coloring and the shading. You can even put, like, the word coming to my mind is stencils, but you can put like shapes into that light to change how it appears on the stage. You can make it look smoky. You can alter the appearance and the integrity of that pure essence of this stage light by adding filters to the stage light. So in our metaphor, what we're talking about here is your core essence is that pure bright light. But as you've grown up, you have had filter after filter after filter layered on top of you, and that light that you naturally give off has been muddied. It has become less. People cannot quite see by your light as much as they could if you removed those filters. And so the process of unfiltering is incredibly powerful, but it takes time to see and to realize all those filters because you've spent your whole life just living that way and just having those filters on and not realizing that anything was ever supposed to be different. And part of the reason for this is that everyone around you, for the most part, also has filters. So when you are raised by parents who have the, negative self-worth filter, you kind of add that onto yourself because you think that's what is supposed to be. That's like the status quo. So you meet them where they're at because that seems like what is supposed to be. And when you initially, as a young child, you start out completely different. Have you ever noticed how little children, they shine so brightly? Like, you cannot dim their light. They have no filters in every sense of that word. Like, they just say whatever they want. They wear their emotions on their sleeves. They shine. They are not afraid to sing in every context if that's what they feel like doing. They will wear the freaking tiara everywhere they go. They will wave around their princess crown. They will boss people around because they just own their worth and their glow. They are completely unfiltered. And then as they grow up, they put those filters on and they dim their light. Filters of what's appropriate. How do they blend into society? Especially, how do they blend into a society of people who all are wearing filters? When everyone around you doubts their self-worth, how do you fit in? But by adding another layer onto you that doubts your own self-worth. Which is why when you see somebody shining their brightest and you see them owning their worth, it's like a beacon. It's like this calling card of like, that's possible? That's why it's so important to surround yourself with the right people, because it changes you. It changes, it helps you up level in the most incredible way because you begin to adjust to that. And that's also why when you change yourself, you are changing everyone around you because you're giving them a beacon to look to of what's possible. So when it comes to sharing your voice, this makes all of the difference in the world, because it's really hard to share your voice when it's been so filtered. It comes out garbled. Your message of light, your ability to shine and be all of you in the most pure way is completely muddled. It becomes gray, mushy. It becomes encased in the supposed tos, in the environment in which, you were raised in that formula, instead of being its most raw, pure, energetic, boundless, what it was always meant to be. So that's why as you unfilter, you become more you. As you unfilter, your message becomes more clear. But this is a lifetime, process. But it can start today. And that's why this is the most powerful, because even if you know all of the steps of how to get, and the steps are easy, like they're everywhere. I've been studying all of the steps of like, what's the funnel, how to get to, how do you market yourself? How do you get your message into the hands of so many people? And it doesn't matter if you know all of the steps, but if you know the whole game plan, if you don't know who you are and what you stand for first, none of the rest of it matters. If you don't first unfilter, then none of it will work, because it's not genuine, it's not authentic, and it will all flop. And I know this from experience. So that's why the emphasis here on the Popular Podcast is glowing from the inside out. Unfilter yourself from all of the supposed tos, all of the shoulds, all the things that are not your glow, your shine, because you have that within you already. It's always been part of you. We just need to bring it out.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Popular, your key to magnetic confidence. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend, someone who needs to know how much their voice matters. For more information on booking private sessions with me, as well as my available courses, check out caroldegarrison.com. Remember, when you know your true value, you glow from the inside out. Tune in next week for another reminder of just how amazing you really are.